You know, they're like a baby step left of center. They have a mix of, you know, a couple progressives, a lot of centrists. They're adding a few conservatives. They were never like left wing, like Fox News is right wing.
Right.
Fox News isn't just a Republican outlet. It's always pushing the Republicans further to the right. That's not what Rachel Maddow does. She's not pushing the Democrats further left. She's sort of agnostic within the Democratic Party.
Right.
This idea that MSNBC was ever a left-wing counter to Fox News as right-wing, I think is completely wrong. And I think part of it is corporate ownership. It's sort of baby step left of center is how I'd see it.
Speaking of MSNBC, I wanted to play a clip of something Chris Matthews said on the air last week about how his network and all the other networks plan on covering the California primary. Here it is.
I'm told by the experts on numbers around here at NBC and elsewhere that come June 7th, the day of the California primary, which your candidate, I totally understand, wants to get to and maybe have a chance of knocking off Hillary at that event, a big last hurrah, that at 8 o'clock that night Eastern time, the networks will be prepared, including this one, to announce that Hillary Clinton has now gotten over the top, that she will have won the nomination in numbers. It's done. What will that do to turnout? If that's 5 o'clock Pacific time, with 3 more hours to vote in California, who will be least likely to vote? Sanders people from 5 to 8 people or Hillary? I've heard both theories.
This is literally voter suppression because Hillary Clinton can't clinch the nomination on June 7th. Superdelegates, which she'll need to win the nomination, don't vote until the convention. What does this tell us about how the media shapes elections?
I think it's going to be icing on the cake for these millions of young people who've been educated this whole last year about bias against progressive candidates like Bernie. And if they declare a winner, when she's going to be hundreds of votes shy of a majority, she's got to get to the magic 2,383. She'll be nowhere near it on Tuesday evening. And if this happens, I'm getting all the emails where they call the election while Californians are still voting. People in Washington, D.C. and elsewhere aren't voting till later. It's going to be another outrage, proving to a lot of young people and others you cannot trust the corporate media. There's, you know, journalists in a democracy are supposed to be referees. They're supposed to be guardians of democracy. They're not supposed to be suppressing the vote and calling elections over before they're over.
Yeah. Jeff, we have just a little less than a minute left. Your thoughts on Peter Thiel's war against Gawker?
Well, again, I'm appalled by people, the money bags, the billionaires, and their ability to intimidate. And it's scary to me. And Donald Trump, I don't know if